Welcome to John Seco GeoView Knowledge Center. I'm Abirulashon Johnson. We're going to be looking at how to plot our spot height and contour in ArcMap environment using our XYZ coordinates, that is our eastern northern height coordinates, arranged in Excel formats. To start with, make sure your data are arranged, your coordinates are arranged in Excel format, preferably in this format: point ID, eastern, northern, and height. Before you start launching into ArcMap, make sure you create a folder where all your files will be stored so that your files will not be scattered all around. For the purpose of this tutorial, we're going to be using ArcMap 10.1, and the same application applies to ArcMap 10.2 to 10.7. Launch your ArcMap. The first thing to do is to set your units, your unit and scale. How do you achieve that? Right click on layers, here, go to property. Under property, click on general icon. This is the units, the map units. We're going to be using meters because our coordinates are in meters. Display units, meters. If you have a scale, a fixed scale you want to use, you can choose any here or edit, maybe 1 in 5,000. Or if you are not yet sure with the scale your output is going to look like, you can choose none. By this you have set your units. The next thing is to set your coordinate system. Coordinate system, we have geographic coordinate systems and projected coordinate systems. For the purpose of this tutorial, we're going to be using projected coordinate system. For those of us that study geodesy, you will understand the discrepancy between these coordinate systems. Projected coordinate system, I'm using UTM, Universal Transverse Mercator, Africa, Datum Zone 31. That's why my XYZ data is located. You can make it your favorite, just in case you may need it any other time. Apply and OK. The next step is to import our XYZ coordinates into ArcMap environment. How do you achieve that? Go to your file, add data, select add XYZ data, then you browse for where your file, the folder where your file, Excel file is located. I have my Excel file here. If you are unable to get yours, you can connect to the folder. You browse for the folder, maybe on your hard disk or desktop, then you hit OK, then you click your data you had. This S field means what will be here, the column that will be here should be in listing. The Y field means nothing, while the Z field means the height. Coordinate system has been set already, then you OK. You can see these are your points in XYZ. Now for you to convert this point into a shape file that will be workable in ArcMap environment, you need to export it by right clicking on this, go to data, export data, then you choose where your folder is, you browse for where your folder is, but I'm okay with this. You OK, Yes, you can see you have 2 layers now. You can actually remove the previous one. Now with this, you have your spot height data in shapefile. You can rename it by just clicking on it once. You can rename it spot height. You have successfully import your XYZ data into ArcMap environment. Now let's go about how to label this point to become a spot height map. How do you achieve that? You right click on this, go to your properties. Now on the label field here, you select your height data, because those are your spot height values. You can change the font size. If you are not satisfied with this font type, you can actually change it to Times New Roman or Banadana, as the case may be. Then also you can change your placement position, how you want the spot height to look like, and change the position. Preferably I will use bottom center here. Then you OK, you apply and OK. Now for you to label those points to become a spot height map, you right click and go to label features. You can see your spot height data. Now you can see now you have successfully plot the spot height. Now the point here, you can actually change it. I think it's too big. You can actually change it by clicking on the point and change the size here to 1, as the case may be. Then you OK. Now you have your spot height. You can actually join the boundary, then you print. That's all about spot height. Now let's move to contour. To contour, first thing to do, you have to create your thing, that is triangulated irregular network. It will be a platform where your contour will be generated. How do you achieve that? You go to your Arc toolbox here. You have your toolbox here. Go to 3D analyst tools, then select data management. Under data management, you see your thing. You select your create thing, output. You give it a name, thing 1991. You save. Your coordinate system, datum. Your features, input features will be the spot height. Note this very well. Under the height field, make sure the elevation data is being selected, that is the height. Then you OK. The height will be the basis of what it will use to generate the thing. Now you can see the thing. Now you can off the layer of your spot height. This is the thing. Now to create your contour, you go back to your toolbox, 3D analyst tools. You select thin triangulated surface. Select triangulated surface, then select surface contour. Based on the triangulated surface, you can actually create your contour, aspect map and slope map. Input surface, you select your thing, the output. You can change the folder if it's not on the right location. Then your control interval. For the purpose of this tutorial, we're going to be using 1 meter. Then OK. You can see your contour. Now you have successfully create your spot heights and contour using ArcMap. You can actually change the color here by clicking on this. Now you have your contour map. So this will end the tutorial plotting contours and spot height in ArcMap using our XYZ coordinates in Excel format. See you next mock tutorial using our ArcMap. Goodbye.